Good morning, this is Jack from the AskChartner.net, and this is the pre-market recording for Tuesday, the 12th of November. All right, let's start off with ES. Now, ES, I was talking yesterday about a likely triangle forming, and we've broken up from that triangle. I'm expecting to see a retest of the high, and that may well be the second high of a double top. Liking a marginal higher high and a fail here. We should see that marginal higher high, I think. NQ again has broken up from the triangle there. I was talking about these on the notes last night. Likely to see a hard retest of the high again. Likely to be the second high of a double top. RTY, not sure about this one. This one is a triangle as well, but it's a different sort of triangle. It's one with a flat bottom. These actually lean bearish a lot of the time, and looking at where RTY is, I think it might just reach up to triangle resistance, maybe 1605, and then actually resolve down. DAX, I was talking about a likely high retest, pretty much there, needs nothing more, and ESTX, likely high retest, and we're pretty much there. So I'm really liking high retest and fail. Ideally, we would see that on an AM high this morning, and if we get a decent sell signal there, I'll be calling it. All right, let's have a quick look at SPX. SPX, on the short-term wedge, we never quite reached wedge support, and that is a strong indicator, I think, that we're going to retest this high and then fail straight afterwards, or very, very shortly afterwards. Now we could go half a dozen handles higher, so we could well break 3100 this morning, but I'm not expecting to see much. After that, we've got rising support pretty much in the same area as the 50-hour moving average. I've got that at 3078, and we've got decent looking double tops here, or at least we will have once we've done that retest. So on here, we've got the support here at 3074 and a sustained break below, depending on where exactly this gets up to. But if it was where it is now, then we would be looking at a target in the 3050 area, which should set the ball rolling nicely. The obvious target, if we're going to see a significant move down, would actually be the bigger rising support. But how well does that compare on SPX? Let's have a look. Nah, the bigger rising support is never going to get made. Not on this move. It's 2930, but I'd be looking for a decent Fibonacci retracement of this move here. Might see 38.2. 3000 would be doable. So we'll see how it goes, but first it's got to get through this 50-hour moving average SPX, because that's been a solid support every time we've hit it. So once it can get through that, then we open up the downside and we can see a decent retracement. I'm still expecting to see a decent retracement before we see the November high, so this should be that retracement. Okay, DX. DX could be forming a double top here, retracement yesterday, retest today. How confident am I it's going to turn here? Not particularly. So I think it may well go higher. ZB. ZB, we're breaking declining resistance. We've got a nice looking potential little top here, bottom here rather. I'd rather see it go a little lower first, and ideally, this may well reach this this trend line here just below 155 by the time this move is done. But it looks like we might be delivering a rally here. We shall see. CL, this was a beautiful double top setup. It broke down and it rejected. I'm expecting this to retest. Normally, you always expect to see this retest the previous high. That's what I'm expecting to see here. 57.86, we should see that next. See what happens then. NG, I've got an interesting one here. I'm just going to show you a quick chart that I was talking about on Chart Chat on Sunday. So bear with me a moment. This is something I was talking about, but obviously it hadn't broken down at that stage, so it was less likely than it looks now. And that is that on the bigger picture, we're actually forming a high quality inverted head and shoulders. Now I was saying, now it doesn't have to reach this, but I was saying that the ideal right shoulder low would be in the 2.54 area. Well, we've covered most of the more than half of the area there on the way down this week. I think it's possible we might cover the rest. Now we've got the monthly pivot at 2.58. We've got a lot of support around this area here, including this this gap, I think. Yeah, but anyway, I'm expecting this area to hold. This may well be an IHS forming. It could reverse up earlier, and I'm watching for positive divergence. But as and when, if this pattern breaks up, the target would go up. It would actually be 3.8, and I think that's the way I'm leaning at the moment. At the moment, we have no positive divergence, but as soon as we retest yesterday's low, we would have a bit. From there on, we could turn. Ideally, we'd come back and at least hit the monthly pivot. main target is down here, which is not too far below it. Okay, GC. GC, possible rally brewing here, maybe, but I would say it's depended fairly heavily on DX, and what I'm looking at here is the original head and shoulder target. We were looking at reasons why it might not make target at this stage. I'm not sure we've got many reasons to think that it may not make target. This has got a target in the 14, 15 to 20 area. This is the head, this is the right shoulder, it's broken down, it's never invalidated, and it's got an open target below. I think it's probably going to make it, we'll see. SI, possible double bottom forming here, but I'm just looking at a rally, maybe weekly pivot as a target, and then a fail probably lower. We should be setting up a couple of really fairly stellar buying opportunities in both of these instruments, and we'll see. HG has broken rising support. Could a little bit of possible bottoming action here. Could be about to see a rally. After that, likely to go down further. USD, possible reversal brewing here. We'll see. We're on a weak 6-minute buy signal. We have broken declining resistance. We'll see how that goes. GBP USD, likely still forming a flag, waiting probably for a turn on, sorry, I haven't updated this, but it's currently on no current divergence, but it's probably waiting for a turn on DX before the next leg up. USD JPY could be topping out here short term. That's quite important, actually, as this tends to be positively correlated with equities. I'm thinking we're probably going to be making a move down to the trendline support in the 108.4 area next. USD CAD, possible wedge forming here, wondering about a test of the rising support currently in the 1.32 area. Australian dollar has come back and tested the monthly pivot. That's holding so far. That may continue to hold. NZUSD has broken from the falling channel, possible bottoming action. There are arguments for it getting a little lower. We shall see. KC. KC, we are, the sell signal has made the possible miss target, and we are playing out to the downside. I think this may be, we've had the first head and shoulders, and I think we've now got a larger head and shoulders breaking down. I'm expecting to see a move to at least 105, and we may well go lower than that. Stan was talking about 101. I've got rising support in the 102 area. As and when this makes target, then as and when this reverses, we've got a pretty nice looking buying setup forming. SB, we've got break up back over weekly pivot and monthly pivot, could well go up. As long as it holds those two, it's probably going to. CC. CC finally made the retest of this high. About time too. Not seeing any particular reason to think it's going to turn around here. ZW. ZW may need a retest of this low, waiting to see. Corn. Corn, very possible bottoming action here. We were already on a 60-minute buy signal. We've got a beautiful potential double bottom here. Bulls need to appear here and push this up. A sustained break over 384 would look for the 396 area. Soy. Soy, I was talking on Chart Chat on Sunday about the possibility that we were going to come down and test this trend line here. We're now actually pretty close. That's in the 911 area, and I'm thinking we may well be testing that shortly. I would say, though, that we do have a potential little double bottom here, and we've got a possible 6-minute buy signal brewing here, so we shall see. Maybe it won't reach it. Have I got an alternate trend line here? Not really. Well, yeah, it's come from this anchor here. Okay, potentially. We'll see. Ideally, it would reach a little lower, but we may be turning here, and corn may be turning here. Just before somebody else about it, lean hogs. Lean hogs, I was expecting to see a retest this low, and then that low's been retested. We've got no current divergence here, but very nice looking potential level top bottom. This could turn here. If it doesn't, obviously it can go lower. I'm pretty amazed it's got down as low as this, but there's a nice setup to turn here, and if it turns here, we've now got a double bottom that would take it back up to these highs, which would be the obvious place for it to be going. Hopefully, that's what we will see. All right, great. Do you have any questions today, guys? All right, decision area on CL around 57.8, 58 may either continue further up or turn down from there. Obviously, it could be the second line of a double top, though I'm not favouring that double top breaking out. We might have an inflection point there, but maybe. I think on CL, I don't have a really clear feel for what's happening here. We have been forming a triangle, without a doubt. That is a bullish triangle. The question is, where does it stop? Now we could come back here, make second half a double top. I wouldn't expect this larger double top to play out. The smaller one could potentially. Yeah, we could be looking at that. We haven't got any negative divergence. Triangles, this could develop into a triangle thrust, which could go up higher. But I know Stan's looking for a reversal fairly soon. 57, yeah, weekly pivot is 56.96, so you can go long against that. In terms of going short at the target, I'd be looking for some sign of reversal. So I'll be watching it. It's an interesting one. But I don't have any reason to inherently think that it's going to reverse there. There's no daily sell signals. There's nothing bigger picture to lean me strongly in that direction. We could go up for a bit further, and I do have some trendline resistance, which is actually pretty, in about the 58.7 area. I'd be looking there if it went higher. Okay, do we have any more questions, guys? Would I look at an ES day trade long here? Yes, I would. Stop level. Well, the safe stop's below 3081. Which was the overnight low. I'd probably be looking for a buy signal to get into it. I wouldn't normally just put one on with a long stop here, but I think chances are it is going to retest the high. Certainly by the time it gets down to 3086, that's going to be looking pretty attractive with a stop at 3081. Well, 3080.75. I wouldn't expect the overnight low to break. We shall see. But yeah, that may be one I'm taking. All right, any more questions, guys? Yeah, my pleasure, mate. It's I hope you kept that long from yesterday, by the way. That was nice. All right, great. Cheers, guys. Catch you later. Have this posted as soon as possible.